Hey guys, it's Jenny from It's Your Birth. How are you doing? As you can see, I'm in my car right now. I'm getting ready to go do a couple of home visits for a couple of moms who are expecting in the next few months. But before I do that, I wanted to jump on here and make a short video for you on my journey of what led me to become a home birth midwife and sitting here talking to you guys. It's a little bit of a backstory because it was about 13 years ago now that this journey started for me, but it all began when I was expecting my son, who just turned 13 in August, and we were wanting a natural birth. Honestly, looking back, we were very, very naive. We didn't have any questions, and we just thought that we would just go have the kind of birth that we wanted. And we soon thereafter started taking a childbirth education class that really opened our eyes and made us realize that, wow, there's a lot to know, there's a lot to learn, and we did not know it. So we became super, super empowered consumers, full of excitement, welcoming our new baby, and we started taking all of the questions that we learned in our childbirth education class to our practice that we were seeing. And over a period of time, we started realizing that we were no longer a great fit for this practice because what we were looking for, they really weren't offering it up as a routine. So we went back to our childbirth education class and teacher and asked her about other alternative options, and home birth was one of those. So we started doing our homework and doing our research, and we boldly switched over to a home birth about 8 months gestation. Had an amazing home water birth with a home birth midwife, actually in an apartment of all places, right? And it changed us. I was so full of excitement about natural birth and all of the information that I had learned. And a lot of my friends and family weren't super excited to hear from me about that. I guess I was offering tons of the unsolicited advice. But anyways, one night I had an epiphany that a birth doula might be a great opportunity for me. I had heard the term in passing, and I started doing some late night research on what a birth doula was, and I found a local training in Ann Arbor that I jumped onto, and I was like, wow, people will hire me to come to their births and they will want to hear all of the excitement and things that I have learned along the journey. And then shortly thereafter, I was also looking for childbirth education training as well, which I took a class down in DC that year, and I became a private childbirth education teacher. One of the cool things that happened during that training down in DC is that they had a guest speaker, and she was a certified nurse midwife, and she was giving a talk on natural birth and options and all that kind of great information. And she said something that struck me so strongly. It gave me goosebumps, actually, and I'll never forget it, because she said, some of you are already midwives and you don't even know it yet. And it just struck me so hard. But then my initial knee-jerk thoughts were, I could never be a home birth midwife. I can't be on call. I have a young child. I'm not done growing my family. And I kind of just put it out of my mind, although I never forgot it. Shortly thereafter, a local newspaper contacted me, maybe about 3 months later, to interview me about being a birth doula and what that meant for our community. And that article ended up being published in about 6 or 7 local newspapers. And my husband brought it to work because he's awesome, and he was super excited that I was able to be in the local newspaper, and my little son was with me in the photo that they had taken of me. And one of the ladies that he worked with said, hey, I know a home birth midwife, and I think that she's looking for an apprentice, and she's taken students for as long as I've known her. So I was able to get in contact with her and start a home birth midwifery apprenticeship. It just all happened without me even trying. And I think we can all relate that in our lives, when we look back at a certain period of time, there are certain events that happen that might seem random, but when you look back and you string them together, it was exactly how it was meant to happen for you to be able to kind of be nudged to where you were meant to be. So that is my story in a nutshell of my journey of being a first-time mom, having a home birth, and then how I ended up becoming a home birth midwife. Thanks for watching, guys.